Hello guys. This is a video log sort of me building my computer. First time I'm building it by myself. First time I'm building it basically. I've always wanted to build a desktop computer, but yeah, never got around to it. So I thought this time around, since I wanted to make like a desktop that can stream to Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that, I thought I'd yeah try building one myself and like picking the components that I want, so I went to PC Part Picker and asked someone, actually Saron Toga helped me out a lot and gave me like a basic build of what to do, and then after that I kind of like did some more looking up stuff and picked parts and kind of got what I wanted. So basically what I've got here is a Xeon CPU, the motherboard. Wait, is that one? This is the motherboard. H97 something. Comes with Final Fantasy. The graphics card. It's a gaming graphics card. I got my external DVD drive. Some RAM. What else have I got here? Oh, hard drive, solid state hard drive. A feature I was really looking forward to, like really quick boot up hopefully. What's this thing? This is a power supply. Pretty big box. This is probably the hard drive, the Seagate hard drive, which is like the not solid state one. Yeah. And then I've got I think this is a Wi-Fi connector thing. So, and then the case here, Corsair C70. So this is just the initial video. Tonight it's like 12:30ish at night, so I won't start it today because I'm the type of person who, if I start doing something, I always want to do like the next step and stuff. So I'll probably be up all night till like 6 a.m. I've done that before when I've formatted my hard drive and just installing things. I always want to do one extra little bit. So probably safer if I start tomorrow and just take my time. Like I spoke to one of my friends. Vu has built a lot of computers, and one piece of advice he told me was just take your time. Donovan told me some advice, whereas when you're doing it, ground yourself by like touching a metal table or something like that. So I even looked it up. So apparently if I touch the metal case, hopefully there's unpainted metal on that. If I frequently touch that, that will get rid of any charge on my body, so that I don't do anything to the delicate parts. So I'll be doing that. And I've watched a video of someone putting it together, so have a vague idea of what to do. So, and Jeff, my friend Jeff, he told me it's kind of like Lego, so it should be quite straightforward. So looking forward to it, putting it together and installing everything, and then yeah, hopefully being able to stream stuff would be really cool. Because right now on my laptop I can record video game footage and stuff and upload it, which is all fine, but streaming I can't really do that well. Like it's kind of choppy when I stream. So hopefully this helps. Cool. Alright, anyways, catch you guys later. Okay, so it's the next day now. I just woke up and did a few exercises and stuff, and now I'm ready to go. Yesterday I watched this video that was recommended on one of the sites, build your own computer PC step by step. It's kind of cool because it kind of gave me an overview of what to do. It's kind of cool. It gave me a bit more confidence about what the whole concept is. And now I also had saved a guide on building a PC by Lifehacker. And this is the video how to build a computer from scratch, and I'm just following it at the moment. So he said open up the case and just get familiar with it, so that's what I'm going to do. That's my case there, so I'm going to open it up and take a look. Cool, so this is the case, the Vengeance C70, and I like it. I like the way it looks. Straight away when I saw it, I liked it. What I really like about it, it's got these handles on it. So I had these two handles on either side. It makes carrying it a little bit easier, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so I've watched a couple of videos on this case, on someone installing their stuff on this case. It's cool seeing it. Someone do it on this particular case was very helpful. And also I watched a video on cable management, so getting some idea of what that's about. So the first step I've got to do is I've got the CPU, the RAM and the motherboard. So I'm going to get that together first. Probably do it on the floor because they said floor is good to do it on. Although this is wood. This is wood, so it should be okay too. They said wood, so luckily my bed is wood. Yeah. And for grounding, I'm gonna touch this chair. I think that should do, hopefully. I don't know how grounding works, but I think touching metal there. Because I can't, I think this is painted, so I can't, they said if there's any unpainted parts of the case. Looks like it's all painted. Okay, so we've got the motherboard out, the fan, CPU, and from reading all those people doing it, I keep hearing about this anti-static, so I just feel like, but this is painted metal, I don't have any exposed metal. I'm just going to touch my chair. Yep. Alright, let's do this. Okay, I just did the bit that I was mostly concerned about. So if I put the CPU, lined it up, well I flicked that thing back, lined up the CPU, took out the plastic protector thingy, and then I closed it, and then I put that thing on the side back in. I had to check on the video, tutorial video, and he said it's okay to put a lot of pressure on that. You might have to put a lot of pressure in it, so that make me feel a bit better. So now I'm going to put on the fan. Okay, now I've placed the cooler on top of the CPU, and now I'm just pushing each of these things and they're going to click into place. Cool, I've attached a CPU fan thing to the CPU fan thing on the motherboard. Now for the RAM, I guess. So now I'm installing the memory, and looking at the manual it said that put it in, because you got 4 things there, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and the manual says for dual RAM you do 2 and 4 first. Yep. It's quite fun actually. The RAM looks so cool. It's heaps better looking than when I used to. I think I installed RAM in my computer, like desktop, like in the 90s and stuff, and it didn't look as cool as that. It's cool. It's quite fun to click it into place. Cool, so the RAM is in, the CPU is in, the fan, CPU cooler is in, and now I think I could probably attach it to the case, maybe? Cool, now I think I'm ready to put the motherboard into the case. So I'll look up what to do for that. And so the case came with this little box, it had all these screws in it. So I've gotten rid of the fan screws, which I won't be needing. So this is for motherboard and SSD, I think. Okay. Cool, so I've inserted the motherboard. Oh, wait. Cool, so I screwed it all in place. All the little screw bits. So now on to the next step. Next step is just gonna put the hard drive into the slotty thing. So I'm gonna pull out one of these, and that's my 2 terabyte hard drive. Gonna put that in there somehow. Yeah, that was quite straightforward to put in. Quite fun. And then from here, I'll just slot it in there. So that's clicked into place. And now for the solid state one, which is here, Samsung Evo. I've never seen a solid state hard drive before. I mean, I've got one inside my Mac and stuff, but look how tiny it is. It's tiny. Okay, I was going to install the graphics card, but I think what I'm going to do is just install the basic essentials first. So next step will be the power supply. I'll get the computer up and running, and then after that I'll install the graphics card and the Wi-Fi thingamabob. Right, let's do this. Yeah, so this is the power supply I've got. XFX Pro 55W, whatever that means. So here's the power supply. Has this cable with it. These cables. A whole bunch of cables, I don't know what they are. Look at this massive bunch of stuff. Okay, so I've just slotted in the power supply into the case with this thing at the back and this at the bottom. So the fan thing coming from the bottom. Now it has these screw things. I'm just going to screw it in with some screws I got from the case thingo. Cool, so I've screwed it in place with the 4 screws, and from the video they said do diagonal, so that one and that one and that one and that one. It's not in focus, don't know why it's not in focus. Yeah, that's in focus. Alright, I think the main components are in now. Now for cables. Okay, before I go, I think before I do any more, I think how I had the fan, I'm not happy with it. I want it to turn it so that this cable can stay where it was, which is around the outside. So I'm gonna take off this fan, and by doing that, to do that, I have to see these arrows. I've got to turn the things, and then they all click, and I'll take it out and reposition it. So yeah, I'm a lot happier with that. I just rotated it 90 degrees, so now the wire is kind of more, it looks neater and it's not going to touch the fan and stuff. You know what I have to do now? I forgot to attach this thing, which has to click from the inside. It's like the covering bit. So I think I have to actually remove my motherboard to do that. Okay, so this back panel thing, it actually clicks into place. Before I just kind of rested it up there and tried to install the motherboard at the same time. It just wasn't working, but then I watched the tutorial video and they said click it into place, and it actually clicks into place, which makes things a lot easier for me. There's this little thing here, there where my finger's pointing. It's like a thing from the case sticking up, and when it goes into that hole, you know it's fitting in the right spot. So I'm like, yes, I'm so glad they included that. So now it's lined up at the back. It's going to line up the front as well. Now it's going to screw it in again. Cool, so all the screws are in place again. This panel-y thing is on. Now I'm just going to put in the power supply again, because I took it out to give myself more room. Okay, so now I've got to start connecting the power cables. So I learned that there's these things called cable management thingies. So, right, from the power cable, I've got this kind of connector thing, which I think is going to connect to this part of the motherboard, and I'm going to make it go through this hole at the bottom and out there, and this is the side that's going to have all the cables, just so it keeps it away from here and it's neater. Cool, so I've connected my first wire, that one, just in there, and it clicked in place. That's a good sign. Next I'm going to connect, oh, focus. Okay, this 8-pin one. That's not an 8-pin. I found one before. That one, it's an 8-pin. Okay, there's an 8-pin thing there. Okay, so now I'm cabling up. There was the case fan, which I stuck onto the one that says system fan thing there. What I learned is that there's 4 prongs on the motherboard, but this one is only 3 pins. And the extra thing, if some fans have 4, and that's for power control or something like that. So you can stick the 3 onto the 4 of the motherboard. Yep. And so now I'm going to connect the hard drive. So I found on the motherboard box, it came with some SATA cables. There's 2 that I stuck into the SATA ports here, and then I'm going to feed them through there and around to the other side. Cool, so I connected them, I fed them through, and now on the other side I've stuck them into the back of the hard drives. So this will give it power, I think. Actually no, scratch that, it doesn't give it power, that's to the motherboard, so it's like, that's where the data comes through. But now I'm going to connect the power cable. Yeah, so this one came from the power cable. And so I'm going to now I think it's power to the hard drives, or whatever you want to stick it into. So I'm going to stick one into the bottom and one to the top one. Cool, so the hard drives are in. Got the SATA power, which is on the right, and the left is the SATA, whatever. I think I said it wrong, SATA power. No, it's just the power supply to the thing on the left. On the right is the SATA data stuff. Okay, so now we're going to do the case, front LEDs and stuff, all that kind of stuff. That comes with a whole bunch of cables here. So I'm going to figure out where to connect those on the motherboard. Okay, it's a bit of a learning experience for me at the moment. The front panel connector things, I'm connecting to JP1 connectors. So, and I'm looking at this video where they're showing which ones to connect to which. The first one was something LED positive. Next one was LED negative. Next two on the top row were power switch, I think it was. The next one at the bottom I just connected was HD LEDs. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, there's videos where people show how to connect front panels to a motherboard. Yep. Okay, so I just connected one of the cables which said HD audio to the JAUD1 connectors, and I don't even know why I did it, because I'm not really sure what's going on, because like, does that mean the case has speakers or something like that? I'm not sure. That would be cool if it did though. So yeah. So cool, so I connected the USB connector to the thing on the motherboard. I assume that controls the USB ports and stuff. So I think I'm getting there with the cables. Now that that's done, I think that's pretty much it for the basic. I was gonna turn on my computer to see if it boots up and everything, and then do the graphics cards later, but I think it might be more exciting if I install it now and then just have it all turn on at once. Cool, so I just opened up the graphics card thing, and these things are huge. Really huge. Like when I was having desktop computers and buying graphics cards and stuff, this was like in the 90s. They weren't this big. Although the boxes were still really big, but that's pretty cool. So when I opened it out, there's this plastic bit. It says remove before gaming. So I'm going to take that off. Cool, so it has that thing which I will remove, and then I'll insert that into that one there, PCI slot. And also it has these power connectors. There's a 6 and an 8, so I need one of those from the power supply to plug into that. Also I'm going to remove all these protector kind of thingies that they've got on. Okay, so I had to remove one lower. I'll replace that thingo, and also it clicked into place, so now I'm going to add some screws to screw it back in. Luckily I watched the tutorial video where the guy just installed one, and he said that his video card, there was only, no, this requires a 6 and an 8, and I've got two 6s, but there's a converter included with the thing, which is a 6 that converts to an 8. Cool, so I think the graphics card is connected now. So it's got the power to it, it's stuck in, it's screwed in. Now I'm just going to have to install the Wi-Fi thingo. So I've got wireless, because I like wireless as well. So I'm going to put this adapter in. So I opened the box of the, what is it called? TP-Link wireless adapter. Just read the instructions, it kind of amused me. Basically it said, turn off computer, remove case panel, locate PCE slot, remove slot cover, insert adapter into PCE slot, replace case panel, turn on power. It's like, I don't know, it's funny because the other things required plugging into like wires and stuff, but this is just you stick it in and that's it. I like it. Nice way to finish. Hopefully this thing turns on. Actually, there's a little bit more to it than that. There's this thing, which I don't know what it does, and also these antenna thing, which shouldn't be too hard to attach. But I'm actually going to look up a YouTube video on how someone installed this thing. Cool, so I've stuck in the PCI wireless adapter, screwed it in, and stuck on those 3 prongy things at the back, the antenna. I really don't know what this thing does. Maybe it's necessary for other things, I don't know what it does. Yep, anyways, I'll keep that in the box. And yeah, I think that's basically all I have to do. I just have to plug it in the power and plug it into computer, and then I've got my, what do you call it? External hard drive, which will, DVD drive, which I can install Windows on. And let's just hope this works. Cool, I'm putting it together now. So, put the panel on, now I'm going to put the other panel on. Cool, so now I put this side panel on. It's a pretty cool case. Funnily enough, this morning the whole thing was a mystery to me, all the components. Now I feel I know it fairly well, I can see inside. Now I'm gonna connect it. Hey guys, you know what's really cool? The desk that I built to put the computer on, and the computer, it just fits just perfectly underneath the shelf. It was meant to be, right? Okay, I'm a little nervous now. I'm gonna push the button. Hopefully everything works. Nope. Okay, that had me really worried, but apparently I forgot that there's a switch here as well. That's the on switch. Yes! It's turning on. It's turning on. Hopefully everything works out okay. The power's on, that's good. Is the monitor on? How does this monitor go on? I was just reading up about someone who had the same problem as me, and what they did was they connected the monitor to the motherboard HDMI instead of the graphics card HDMI. So I'm going to try that. Hopefully that works. Okay, here we go. That turns on, that's a good sign. And then it turned itself off. Wait. Oh my gosh, it's on. This is really good. But I don't know why it keeps turning itself off. But that's a really good sign that something's happening at least. Maybe this graphics card just has to do that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm gonna turn off the video and just gonna set it up. Guys, the computer is on. I've got my Windows loading up from the external hard drive. The world is good. I put this thing together and it's alive. Things are connected. The lights are on. Awesome. So I think I'm pretty happy. That's a success for me. So now I'm just gonna do this. My room's a mess, like things are everywhere. But doesn't matter because today was success. And so now I'm just gonna install stuff, and woohoo! That was fun. Okay, catch you guys later. I'm just tidying up the boxes, and I saw on the motherboard that you get this kind of like cool little sticker thing, so I just stuck that on the box. Cool, I'm super happy now. It's just shut down, I just remembered. But yeah, I've got everything, most of the stuff set up. I haven't got my microphone and tablet and stuff set up, but most of the stuff is set up. It's running all great. Oh, solid state hard drive, it turns on so quickly. So yeah, I just thought I'd just do a finishing up video just to say, it's like 5:30 now. I'm just gonna head out to New Year's Eve, but I spent the day just building this computer, and yeah, I'm really happy with how it went. Super happy. Everything's working the way I want it to, and yeah, excellent. It was a lot of fun to build. I really I'm glad I decided to do that. And I know this computer quite intimately now. Cool, catch you guys later.